Well, hello everybody, it's Ronnie with Whip and Chain, and today we're going to dive into how to make this beautiful bow garland. Go around your tree. I opted for green and black because my whole tree is going to be the Grinch theme. And if you guys like this tree topper, we do have a video on that. He's adorable, isn't he? So these bows, they're really easy. It's finger crocheting or finger knitting. They work up super duper fast. They're fun. And I used Hobby Lobby yarn, and the green is plain, like a lime green. And the black, I use sparkle black, just to give it some pop. But we're gonna work on that today. All right, let's get going. Okay, we're gonna dive into this beautiful hand crocheted, hand knitted garland, and I guess it's more like, if you Google search it, I think it's more considered hand knitting. I don't consider it hand knitting, but because knitting is a different theory to me, but you can call it what you will. I did, and they're not perfect. They're not perfect. They don't need to be. They don't need to be, but they're fun. They're fun to do. They're little strips that you do, and you tie them into a bow. And like I said, I used, my tree is Grinch, so I used colors. The name of it is like coming off Limelight, I think is what it is, but it's Hobby Lobby yarn, and I used a black sparkle. Now everybody's gonna ask me where I got this. I think I picked it up on, believe it or not, Facebook Marketplace. It came with the round loom. She just added it in there. I think it's supposed to go on to something, but I use this, but I'm going to show you. You use your hand to do it, but I use this. It was just more because I have arthritis in my wrists, so it was easier for me just to hold it and use this. You can use something like this if you have something laying around. I don't, when it comes to crocheting and all that stuff, when I get a hold of something, you basically have to pry it out of my hands. Like if something ever happens to me, everything I have is just gonna go to Maggie because she loves this hobby. She can give it to her daughter, but between everything I have, I mean, I could supply quite a few households. Anyway, so I use this, but this is the equipment you need right here. Now, when I use that, I did use this little pick that came with it because it has the grooves in it. But you don't need any of that. You don't even need a crochet hook. You need your hands. Hands. So, you take your yarn. Now, I am right-handed, so I'm going to show you how to do this right-handed. Take your yarn, take your end, take your thumb, and you want to wrap the yarn around your thumb clockwise, like 3 times, because you want it to stay still. All right. Then you come to the front of your first finger, then you weave around the back of your middle finger and forward of your ring finger. See? Take it out. Let's do it again. You wrap clockwise around your thumb. I do 3 times to secure it. Then you go behind your index finger. Then you come up and around, so you're on the outside of your middle finger. Come down and around, and you come forward of your ring finger. Then you take it, you don't use your pinky. Take it and you go all the way around your ring finger, and you come down between your middle and your ring finger. See, there's no yarn here. Come around, and then you go behind your index finger. All right. So you come all the way around your index finger, and then you lay the yarn just across your 3 fingers. Just across. You'll have one piece of yarn here, one here, and one there. Okay, you take this yarn on your index finger and you pull it, and you just go around your index finger. Your middle finger, you grab the yarn, and you come up and go over your middle finger. And your ring finger, you do the same. You grab the bottom piece, go up and around. All right, pull your yarn, like not ridiculous tight, but snug. Then you go behind your hand and you wrap it around, and you just come around, right around. And then you do it again. Just pull the bottom yarn up over, bottom yarn up over, bottom yarn up over. That's twice we did it. So you take the yarn and come around again. This is going to be 3. Do the same, you're repeating. Always take the bottom and loop it up around your finger. Okay? And wrap it around, and 4. The yarn comes around, it will end up being counterclockwise. All right? So let's do it again. Wrap over, wrapping over, and wrapping over. You don't have to tuck it down. Then you wrap it around again, and remember it's counterclockwise. You're wrapping this around. Now I did this 5 times. Now what I want you to do, 5 times is a good number to make sure this is stable first, okay? So tuck it down first. Then you unwrap your thumb and you bring that tail over to the right side of your hand near your pinky, and then you pull it. You pull this tail. Pull it tight. And see? Okay. So then you just keep repeating. You wrap it around and you just do this. Now what I did is I did my 5 like I showed you, and I pulled my tail. Then I did this 30 more times. So if you add, it's a 35 total. But you can make them shorter, you can make your bows longer. And you wrap and you do this. And every once in a while, you don't have to pull it every single time, the tail tight. You have to pull it every once in a while, every few, because you got to keep this going, okay? But you don't have to snug it every single time. Again, we're wrapping counterclockwise. Yeah, counterclockwise. And you do want to push it down on your hand every once in a while, and then pull your tail, snug your tail. So finger knitting, finger crocheting, however you want to call it, that's how you're getting your chain. So you just keep doing this again until you get the length that you want. All right, that's how you do the hand. Now, if you have one of these and you're using them, all you do is you use your knob here and you go around it a couple of times to secure it, and then you weave around the 3 like I showed you before. After you're around the 3, you weave back through the back. Okay, and then just like your palm, you lay it forward, and then you just wrap it over. And push it down and wrap counterclockwise and go around. Okay. And you just keep doing this scenario until you get the length that you want. So the same thing as the hand, you're just using these instead of your hand. And after you do this a few times, again, you release your tail. And you pull it tight. Now this looks thinner. When I did mine, just so you know, I used 2 yarn skeins because I wanted mine thick. Because when you use one, it just didn't seem thick enough. Like this is 2 skeins together. Or you can just choose to use thicker yarn. Okay. Now I want to show you, remember you're wrapping this counterclockwise, and it always just goes right in. Like if you're using your palm, it's in the front of your hand. If you're using this, it's in the front of you. All right. So the one thing I didn't show you that I do want to show you is how, when you're finished, how you sign off. So let me show you. Remember, you wrap 3 times around your thumb, you weave around your hand, you go back and you weave. Then you just lay it in front of you. And bottom to top, bottom to top, bottom to top. And after about 5 times, you can release your thumb. And that's just an estimate. If you want to do it sooner and see what works for you, that's fine. I found out 5 was my sweet spot where I didn't have to worry about it not sealing right at the bottom or any of that. But like I said, everybody's different. I'm just giving you, see how you have to pull it to knot it? I'm just giving you what worked for me. So when you get to the length that you want, cut off, give yourself a little bit of a tail. All right, wrap it around like you're doing another one, but this time on your index finger. I'm going to show you with this. You're going to go up underneath the bottom one. You're going to grab that yarn and pull it down, so we're weaving it down. On your middle finger, we're going to take it, we're going to weave it up, and then on your ring finger, we're going to weave it down. All right, I'll show you that again. All right, so you wrap it around like you're gonna do another one. You do weave up, weave up, weave up. But if we're signing off, you wrap the yarn around, and then you go underneath the bottom part and you grab the tail and you bring it from top to bottom. On the middle finger, you bring it from bottom up. On a ring finger, again, top to bottom. And then you can safely take your fingers off. You take that tail and you pull it. And that's how it knots it. Now me, I run it through the bottom again and just weave it through. Just to make sure it's secure. All right, now the bows. For the bows, the start, you know how you taught your kids how to make bunny ears. Try to even it on both sides. So the first bow, you do your bunny ears. And you set the stage for the bow how you want it. You might have to undo it and do it a few times to get it perfect. This is me doing it 70,000 times, so bear with me. So now to add your next piece on, I go from front to back, but it don't matter. You can go back to front. That is what I personally have chosen. Now, when you put it in, make your tail as long as you want it, and bring it down and pinch it at the bottom of the previous bow, right there. Pinch it. Now you make another bow. Your other, what were they called? Bunny ear. You make your second bunny ear. So you're going to take these two that you pinched, and you're going to twist them together. So you wrap the right one over the left one, go around, and you go through that tiny little hole that you formed. Then you bring it around, and that one's already attached. And then you just slide it up any way you want until you have it exactly the way you want it. And that is how you do this. Isn't it pretty? It's fun. Look, they're not even, but it's your tree. You can make them even. You can undo it and do it until your heart's content. But these work up ridiculously fast. They're fun. They're pretty. And you can do it in any type of yarn. You can do it in the fuzzy yarn. You can do it in the thinner yarn. You can do it in the thick bulky yarn. You can do it in sparkle yarn and multicolored yarn. You can do it in cotton yarn. You can do it in anything you want. This is a project that the whole rainbow is waiting for you. And I want to see yours. So guys, please show me yours. Show me your tree. Show me what direction you went with your tree this year. I have chosen the Grinch. The Grinch is my favorite character. I just found out my granddaughter absolutely loves the Grinch, but she draws Santa everywhere because Santa's the one that gives you the presents, she said. Isn't that sweet? I love it. But anyway, I want to see what you do with this. I want to see your color schemes and how short, how long. If you can just make bows and put them all over your tree. You don't have to make the garland. I might take mine apart and might make bows. I don't know. The world is my oyster with this, and I get to have fun with it. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So until next time, here at Whip and Chain, it's always a work in progress. Come visit us on Facebook under Whip and Chain. Join our group. And could you help us continue to make these videos and just hit that subscribe button down below? We would love you to do that. It helps us out so much. And until our next video, happy crocheting. And please show us your projects on Facebook. We can't wait to see them. Till next time, bye-bye everybody.